want to introduce Johnny. So, Johnny, are you there, brother?
What's up, brother? I am here. I'm definitely
Uh,
here.
awesome. Okay. So before I bring you in, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Okay. Let me just bring up a couple of slides just so everybody understands who Johnny is, because I know for a lot of new people on here, you might not know who Johnny is properly, and I really wanted to take the time just to make sure that you're fully aware exactly how legendary Johnny is. So, in fact, uh, Johnny is just an unbelievable, guy. And in our industry, he's done just remarkable things. And I had the pleasure of traveling with Johnny a lot. Actually, I think we were in a few VIP booths, right, bro? Partying around the world, which was very cool. So Johnny's actually a multi-millionaire, number one best-selling author of the book Hood Done Good. Okay, and he's a speaker. He's spoken all around the world, and he's a success life coach, TV personality, internationally acclaimed talk show host. He's mentored over 20. That should be sorry. That should be 20. The dollar shouldn't be there, but it should say $20 million earners in the industry. Personally mentored by the success guru who is Les Brown, coach to Hollywood celebrities, seven-figure income earner, multiple times in network marketing. And he has just recently joined us within Dreamtrips International, and it is a real honor. And Johnny, he is the epitome of knowing how to network and to associate with unbelievable people. You see him here with many people you will recognize: Will Smith, Kevin Hart, Bishop, TD Jakes is actually one of his mentors. Cuba Gooding, Cuba Gooding Jr. Love his movies. Judge Faith, Sir Richard Branson, Oprah. This is his beautiful wife, Crystal. Steve Harvey. He's been on the Steve Harvey chat show several times. And again, he has been mentored by Les Brown. So, just to give you really a flavor of the monumental success Johnny has created, really, over the years. And, I had a pleasure of spending a lot of time with Johnny over the years. So, Johnny, it's good to have you home, brother.
Thank you so much, Shush. I appreciate that incredible introduction. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So I've got like three questions for you, right? So let me just shoot those questions to you one by one. So the first question is, like, which probably everybody's asking is that why have you come back to Dreamtrips International, to Dreamtrips? I mean, you probably didn't need to, from a financial standpoint. You probably could have retired and just take the rest of your life off at the beach or something. So, answer that question for us, please.
You know, um, Dreamtrips is something that I helped build. It's something that I helped. I'm a major reason of the fact that Dreamtrips became a global brand. So it's kind of like almost you help deliver and give birth to something, and it's kind of hard to be a part of the beginning of something and taking it around the world and then just forgetting about it and say, I wish you the best. And it was a hard transition when I decided to when it was obvious to me that the previous company that oversaw Dreamtrips just wasn't going to make the right decisions, and that's 4 years ago. But to say that the product left my heart, it wouldn't be true. I was still saying things like, "Hey, we need to start Dreamtrips over here," and I would use the word Dreamtrips like I'm using the word Kleenex does for tissue. I would use Dreamtrips instead of saying vacations and holidays and whatever it was. And that really just helped me understand that, Dreamtrips is in me. It's a difference when, the difference between me joining Dreamtrips and then Dreamtrips joining me, it joined me a long time ago. So coming back home to Dreamtrips was for me. Now there are going to be 100,000 people who are going to benefit from that decision, but selfishly, I'm here for me. I'm here because it feeds me. Building people in entrepreneurialism in the home-based business arena has something that I've always been excited about, and it's something that I have been massively successful at doing. But I've noticed something, that if I'm not a part of something that allows me to build people, my ability to help decreases quite fast. Because when I'm involved in something that gives me the ammunition to build people, regardless of trying to sell them something that they may not be interested in, they may not care about their weight, but I'm trying to sell them stuff about weight, that's great and that's wonderful. That's opportunity. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, when I can represent something that allows me to build people, it's a different Johhny. And I need that Johhny.
Yeah, that's awesome. So again, just moving on to the next question, what do you feel is the vision for DTI? I mean, obviously we can't give everything away because Mark's a reveal in the future.
Electricity would probably go off.
Yeah, but just maybe sort of share your personal vision and the vision for the wider team and the company in the future.
I have met babies that we call Dreamtrip babies. And those are babies who were conceived on a dream trip, or their parents met on a dream trip and got married and maybe conceived later, or whatever it is. But there are babies that I know that exist because of a dream trip or because of dream trips. Now I'm starting to see for the first time those babies are crossing over, and in the next 3 years, some of them will be able to be old enough to build dream trips. So think about that. It's legacy driven, it's legacy duplication. And the reality of where we come from, those kids are now old enough and very close enough to be able to represent us on a global scale. So to me, man, it's duplication. We are duplicating generational fulfillment.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, I have to say, previously, when the old Dreamtrips company went away, it felt like there was a massive hole, right? Okay,
Yeah.
That was the most fun I had. I have to say, ever in business. So I hear you, and I understand your vision. Okay, so what's the mission, bro? I mean, like, what's the mission in DTI? Where do we want to take this thing?
Well, my mission for me is to be able to sustain that, to sustain the possibilities of generational dream families. I really want to be a part of that. So that may not be the answer that an entrepreneur wants to hear, but an entrepreneur should want to hear legacy. They should want to hear generations. They should want to hear 10 years from today, because our biggest worry as entrepreneurs are, is this going to be here next year? Are they going to make the right decisions that are going to sustain the opportunity? Well, my vision in Dreamtrips, my reasoning for being here, and Mark and Tammy are so extraordinarily open and hungry for this, is to help build that culture, to help build the culture of a family unit that when we're gone, our children's children will still be dream driven. That's my vision. I want to create that atmosphere and that reality.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people in the business, like they may have joined, a month ago, a few months ago, a year ago, and things may not have necessarily gone how they wanted to this point. Okay. So talk about like what now? I mean, like, how do they restart, right?
Number one is you stay close to the fire. You become a product of the product. And if you're asking me, Johhny, if there are golden nuggets that I could use, 30 days, 60 days, 6 months after joining Dreamtrips, but now I'm feeling this energy and I really want to get engaged. How do I erase those last 6 months and make today my first day? You just simply look in the mirror and you say, today is my first day in Dreamtrips. And I will be here 1 year from today. And guess what I'm going to say tomorrow? Today is my second day of Dreamtrips. And I will be here 1 year from today. That right there is a declaration that keeps you moving. It keeps you in action. It activates the mindset. The second thing is, if you want to, being a product of the product is just as important as you being a massive success story in the company. Why? I dare you to book a dream trip. Which one should I book, Johhny? I don't care. Book one. How many days should it be? It doesn't matter. You're a product of the product. I don't care if it's 9 months from now, a year from now, whatever it is, you could book the furthest out dream trip that you want. But what happens once you book it? You become a testimony. Well, Johhny, I haven't went on the trip yet. Do you know how many people I've helped build an organization in 6, 7, 8 months as they were waiting to go on their first trip? And guess what happens? They're bragging about how much money they saved. They're bragging about what's coming up. This is coming soon. This is where we're about to go. And then you go. And now you're bragging about being there. And then you come home. And now you come home and you recruit and sell more Dream Trip memberships and bring more people into the company, because not only did you book a trip, you built an organization as you were waiting to go on that trip. You went on the trip. You created stories and testimonies. You came home from the trip. And now everybody who's been waiting to see you on that trip is going to be ready to join your organization. Why? Because you are a product of the product. You don't have to be on a dream trip today to be a product of the product. Just book one today and then talk about the product until you get there, and then brag about the product while you are there, and then brag about the experience when you get back. That is your ammunition to start now and build for the future. That would be my game plan. That would be my game plan.
That's how we built. That's how we all built it. For sure. Okay, so now I want to ask you the question, because I was there to witness many years ago the talk. You know what I'm going to say? The talk about swinging the bat, right? Okay, so talk a little bit about what's the swing the bat concept.
Swing the bat concept. I was in a room of maybe about 15 of my team members where we all could just fit in one room, one organization. And it just kind of started off about, me wanting them to understand. It's not about how polished you are. You don't have to be a great speaker to make this work. As a matter of fact, sometimes being a good speaker hurts me. It's when I become normal to other people. It's when they see normal Johhny. That's when people get excited. They get excited from stage, but one-on-one conversations. What am I saying? I'm saying, look, just swing the bat. When you swing the bat, and it doesn't matter. I've never said hit the ball. I've never told anybody to ever hit the ball. I've never even told people to wait for a ball. I just simply say swing the bat. What does that mean? That means you're swinging. You're showing people. Well, Johhny, I'm praying for a husband. Well, your husband is not going to walk through your front door, or he's going to be a robber. You got to actually go outside. You got to be around people. You have to put yourself in atmospheres that allow you to be seen, to be admired. That's you swinging the bat. So sitting in front of a computer, hoping my organization is going to grow, that's not swinging a bat. That's hoping. You create an atmosphere where you can get people to swing twice a day. What does that mean, swing? It means somebody saw an entire presentation. They watched an entire video. I don't care if it's a 3-minute video, 30-minute video. It's just an exposure. It's saying, look, I want to expose you to the possibility that you can be a Dream Trip member. that you can be with us as an entrepreneur in Dream Trips and help take this concept to the planet. I just want to expose you to that possibility. You liking it is none of my business. See, if I care that you like what I'm showing you, you're no longer swinging the bat because now you're worried about how you look. Swinging the bat has nothing to do with looking cool. It has nothing to do with doing it correctly. It has nothing to do with making a sale. It has everything to do with you exposing what you say you love. And if you say you love Dream Trips, if you say you love the opportunity, if you say you love where we are right now and where we're headed, love it enough to show it 2 times a day. Swing 2 times a day. And that's the evolution of the speech. Swing the bat. You swing the bat because you simply love what you're talking about. You love what you're a part of. Stop being a salesperson and just share it. Just swing. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. Well, Johnny, how do I know if it will work? Start swinging. Well, Johnny, what if it doesn't work? Keep swinging. I'm never going to tell you to hit the ball, but I've never met one person who never stopped swinging, who never hit a ball. Somebody hit me. Somebody swung enough times and eventually I joined their team. Do you think it was worth it for them to keep swinging? Absolutely. They made millions off of me. All I'm saying, you don't know when the next shush is going to show up. You don't know when, the next anybody's going to show up. But what you do know is you can always keep swinging the bat. And that's the essence of it.
Okay, that's awesome, Johnny. Thank you. And obviously, I have to hear you say increase, right?
Say increase.
Okay, so the last very short question: when can our European team expect you in Europe?
That is a shush question right there. That's it. That's just swinging the bat right there. Most people don't. He just swung. He just swung the bat.
I'm coachable, bro.
Exactly. If I don't see Europe by the end of this year, I'd be massively disappointed.
Okay, that's good enough.
Yeah,
right, everyone. Okay, so everyone, listen. Show your appreciation in the messages to Johnny. Show your big thanks by putting some. Let's put some 7s in the chat for Johnny. What's your favorite number, Johnny?
3s and 7s. I can do it all day.
7.